The key to performance. The key to performance is there must be a mirror in which you cannot see yourself, and all the tidy notions you wear, like porcelain, like hair, waist length in your imagination. Life is as natural as breathing water for air, the sun in her magnetic slumber, the epitaph of comets, the asteroid where we learn to hunt, balancing the weight of ice. Go and dog the plentiful night, the silicon mirror that appears out of nowhere, moon a tablet like someone's indifference, as complex as the lotus. Queen of language, rhyme that touches for an instant the wings of iridescence, an October moth. And metaphor, that hairy father of thought, erasing as quickly as it is formed. And dawn, which will have none of it, shaking itself after a bath, showering wind, bringing tremble and timber to the canyons of grief. Because the pepper tree always quivers, because sentences are more interesting if you begin with a conjunction. What is joined is intriguing, the force it takes. Autumn's running, the watercolors run like daydreams. The mirror will rise, and you will see in water what sky can best disguise. The wasted moment, the tangible edge. Whoever dwells here, like the elf or the river, doesn't know. And there is meaning somewhere. Shakespeare's rosemary burns in the shade. You can do no better. Eurydice, 1. The woman who has no face is everywhere. Her habit is loose and spare. Loot and plunder, or is it lute and ponder that she hears? One midsummer night gone too far, she knows not what it is or was. 2. All the joyous metaphors in the world cannot tame one errant glance. Keep your hand moving and no one will know. Life is another strange instrument. Keep your feet moving and surely the music will follow. The lute with its red prelude, who blends in lives on. It is the darkness, however, which I recommend to you. 3. Is life some sweet juice or some elusive particle? Lacking a pencil, how would you describe the fabric of delight? Time was when leather was the most appropriate explanation. Now the light may crinkle and wear on you, drive you underground until you are a spelunker stumbling into the cave of mammoths and shaman. It is exactly this darkness which I recommend. 4. Something pastoral remains in the city. Beneath the smoky plume of deception, all goes well. But somewhere in the fields of mind lie acres of deficiency. There is time enough for the willful heart to work its vengeance. Again and again the rough dreams. Invariably, the music of a lute is heard coming from a nearby cave, where a strange woman whose face no one has seen has been known to dance. 5. The music that would come between you and a woman who has no face, or rose petals evaporating in her path, or the words you were taught to say now and forever. All the joyous metaphors in the world cannot tame one errant tongue. 6. You asked about the clandestine nature of suffering, when she, whose face you have never seen, offers valerian and passion flower. Will you accept, knowing they are good for uncommon headaches and the roughest of dreams? 7. Now the light may crinkle and wear on you, leather your skin, and drive you underground. Keep your feet moving, and surely the music will follow. Life is a strange instrument. All that we are in the red prelude to darkness. It is the darkness, however, which I recommend to you. Drift. 1. Everything drifts, everything changes. Stem cells climb in their crypts and fall, replacing what's dead with immortality. That's what kills us, disobedient, forever cells. The tumor is larger. It has grown through the wall of my insistence, through my exoskeletal calm. I've gained 20 pounds in 6 months. I've bought expensive jewelry, new clothes. I'm not listless or anemic. I'm the one who eats yogurt and carrots, swallows omega-3 oil, takes selenium. Oh, this is serious. I put on my citron coat, the sleeves rolled up, black skirt and boots, leftover breakfast and some limbic arrhythmias feed on dark matters. There is ice on the roof of the car, back window. It's 50 miles to work. I'm 55. 2. The coastline slides behind Sand Canyon, conspiracy in a rear-view mirror. Order is out there. Marriage, that snowdrift, that burial of senses left behind. For once, I own the clothes on my back outright. In a car I surround with music. A black car, a skeleton, measuring space it can't unwild. When I am looking for a way to think about things, this will do. God has become heavy and far and cannot pass through anybody's grasping ends, not mine. It's the squall of ideas, the squawk of God I'm going for, I suppose. I know my strengths and none of them yearns for company, for the inevitable arc of conversation, my sense of urgency shaped like a waltz. God and fingertips like polyps. Most of my poems mention falling. The poem is called Turning. My daughter drifts away 400 miles north to Santa Cruz and Redwoods. I lock the garage door from the inside now, thinking of Ann Sexton and leaves turning and how they're not changing at all here in pruned and tamed Aliso Viejo. Don't blame me if orchids die in the breezeway by the front door. I thought they'd like it outside. Orchids cool, much maligned, because they remind me, and all I want is the forgetting. I lock the garage door from the inside the house, but that does not satisfy me. I change the lock. I turn off most of the lights. I turn down the heat. I cook the meat, and all I have to do to feed myself is slice it, and I throw it away untouched. Don't blame me if the orchids die. That is their decision. And I don't want to fix any of it. Like the part about resembling Ann Sexton in her garage, or the story of Demeter killing things like orchids, probably on purpose, while she looks for her own daughter. Daughters drift away. It's that time of year when no one blames the orchids for turning inward underground, as I shut the garage door, thankful the car won't fit inside. Polish. The slow, steep slide into retirement. I wish I could die of art galleries. I am especially attracted to museums with an eye that cannot see. Extinctions, geological and ideological, evolutionary biology. You, my daughter, your degree, almost finished, but a diploma in the mail, a consolation prize. I teach myself about nail polish and, to some degree, fashion, as you would if you were here. Though I am much too old, though I was never pretty or even ordinary, you were never ordinary. The Devonian period has been over for millions of years, and one well-placed asteroid, claims of life insurance denied, wishing on a star will burn you to a crisp. I find myself wishing for an asteroid and its own slow agonies. I match my nail polish to the shade of nuclear winter. Oh, this artsy way of life, celibacy, poverty, no one to perform the last sacraments. There's a photo, and I match my nail polish to the color of your hair. It is the same platinum color. And your name is the extraordinary language of extinction. Thank you.